Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today and welcome back to another video. This time it is on a Feral Druid PvP guide. I've been enjoying Feral a lot. I want to do a guide for Guardian and Boomy 2, an updated version. I do one of these on pretty much all three specs every single patch, I believe. I think I'm pretty sure I've done it on every single patch. But yeah, I wanted to do an updated version. It's been a while since the patch has been out. I've been experimenting with different stuff and I just want to share it with you guys what personally is what fits your playstyle. Because for Feral, there's tons of different playstyles you could go. So the ones you're seeing right now are the talents I usually always run with. It's just what fits me personally, and there's different playstyles for everybody. And I want to help you guys figure out what playstyle will be more for you. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the first row. All three of these I've played and are basically good. My friend, for example, he loves Lunar Inspiration. If you're more of a kiting type of feral who likes to cut around and make people mad, I would go with Lunar Inspiration. And the reason why that is, it's actually a really nice ability. It does hit pretty hard, surprisingly, and it also gains combo point. It does cost 30 energy. So, like I said, my friend personally loves this talent. I'm not as into it, but that's just me personally. So, if you're more of a kiter, feral type of person, I would go with Lunar Inspiration. Blood Scent is just because I like the extra critical strike from the bleeds, which is pretty nice with Brutal Slash. Predator is nice if you have bleeds on people and they end up dying and resets it. Tiger's Fury also lasts longer. So, like I said, this row is pretty much a personal playstyle choice. I like Blood Scent for me personally for my play style, so that's the reason why I go with Blood Scent. Next row. I love Wild Charge because of pretty much a lot of stuff you can do with it. Increases your swim speed in like Twin Peaks, Aretha Basin. You can leap forward from Lumber Mill down and without dying. You can do that with Displacer Beast as well. You could fly up to a person in non-shapeshifted bear. You can charge at them, cat leap. It's just pretty much overall really nice because Displacer Beast, like for example, I do this a lot. I've been defending in Warsong Glutch lately a lot. Like I like to defend a lot in Warsong Glutch maps, and people go up to the second floor and just start casting there. And I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background. My dog likes to drop chewies apparently for no reason when I like to record things. But anyways, as I was saying, I like to defend a lot. And in Warsong Glutch, there's people that like to go on the second floor of the roof, whether it's Horde or Alliance. I like to cat leap up to them, and they don't expect it. So that's the reason why I like Wild Charge over Displacer Beast, but some Ferals use it. Same for some Ferals use Renewal. I just personally can't play without Wild Charge, and that's just personal preference. Now comes again another, like pretty much what I say is it's all personal preference on playstyle. For me personally, I cannot play without Restore Infinity. It just annoys the crap out of me that I can't heal myself. I know I have regrowth, but playing without Swiftman or Rejuvenation, it really bugs me. And that goes for any of my specs. It just absolutely bugs me to not have it. Guardian Infinity is really good if you combine it with Tooth and Claw. So if you have if you can play without the self heals, Guardian Infinity and Tooth and Claw is really nice combo. Balance Infinity, my friend also plays with this. He personally enjoys it. Like I said, for me personally, I just can't go without Restore Infinity. It's just my thing. So, level 60 row is map dependent. If you want to knock people off, Typhoon. If you want to play a CC, Mighty Bash. Mass Entanglement is okay too, but I just prefer the Mighty Bash for the CC. Now for this row. You're either going to want really Incarnation or Savage Roar. Here's the thing with Savage Roar. You're going to always want to keep it up. And that's the thing that always annoyed me. I hate keeping Savage Roar up all the time. It just bugs the crap out of me. So if you're going to use Savage Roar, I would combine it with Elune's Guidance and Blood Talons. And those are the three I would personally use. I used this build before I discovered the build I'm currently using, and I prefer the build I was currently using over this one. But this one is really good too, so if you guys want to use it, it works really dang well, and I would suggest it. So that's just of course, my opinion. Let me show you guys the rotation real quick, because I'm going to show you guys more talents for the next row. So what I would start with is I would start with regrowth before the fight if you can. You may not always be able to do it. Then I'd go in stealth. And I would pop... Hold on, I gotta put it on my bars because it wasn't even on my bars. And then I would go with the Rake, Elun's Guidance, Savage Roar, and then just go... I usually start with actually Elun's Guidance, then Savage Roar. And then after that, I'd go with a Regrowth into a Rip. And just do your standard rotation from there, depending on what you do. So that's pretty much it for what I do with that build. Like I said again, I just do Elun's Guidance, Savage Roar, then the open up with the Rake, stun, put on a Rip. Just do your standard rotation from there, guys. I used to run this build, but I just, like I said, prefer the other build, so personally. So either way, as I was saying for this row, Incarnation or Savage Roar. It just depends if you want to live with putting Savage Roar up constantly or just the insane burst from Incarnation. Next row. For me, personally, I enjoy the Sabertooth. That is just my personal preference. All three of these can technically work. I know a lot of people like Jagged Wounds. And if you want to run Savage Roar, I prefer Elun's Guidance to get it up off the bat. It's just me personally. Other than that, it's really, just like I said, personal choice, guys. I'm just a Sabertooth fan. I would recommend playing with Jagged Wounds if you're pretty good about keeping the bleeds up. It's hard for me to maintain everything up, and I just like to refresh. Plus, Ferocious Bite combined with Ferocious Wound is really nice. So that's the reason why I run it. I get asked why I run Sabertooth. I just like the extra Ferocious Bite damage. It's just really nice. And it also refreshes Rip, and I hate Rogues, so that's the reason why. Blood Talons, or Brutal Slash. It's pretty much a choice between these two. Blood Talons, I feel like, might be overall better than Brutal Slash. It's really hard to say. I keep bouncing between the two, and it's really hard to say. I think Brutal Slash is probably a little bit better than Blood Talons, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I think it really depends. For Battlegrounds and rated Battlegrounds, I think Brutal Slash might be better, just because of all the AoE and stuff, because I run both. And for arenas, I think Blood Talons might be better, just pretty much for that sole reason. But Brutal Slash is just becoming addicting for me, so that's the reason why I play with that. And I enjoy Brutal Slash personally a lot more than Blood Talons. But I think with the Elun's Guidance and Savage Roar and Blood Talons combo, Blood Talons definitely probably will be better. Alright, Honor Talents. Gladiator's Medallion, Reinforced Armor. And then this row, it really depends up to you, either Thorns or Tooth and Claw. With the way melee is this expansion pack, I highly suggest Thorns. I just absolutely love using Thorns against Fury Warriors. It just really, really is so good against melee right now, especially Warriors. Oh, man. And then Savage Momentum, so you can get your Tiger's Fury back when you're interrupting a healer or a mage or whatever. You guys get my point. Next row, technically all three of these can work. I just prefer King of the Jungle for the extra damage, because if you have Rip on 2 or 3 different targets, your damage is increased by like 8 or 12%, which is really nice. And then Ferocious Wound for the extra maximum health reduction against tanks, healers, all that good fun stuff. So I hope this guide really helps you guys. I'll go over the rotation for what my current build right now, what I'm using, because I didn't do one for that. And then let's go ahead and end with that. Let's go ahead and open up a rotation here. Since I don't need, since I'm not using Blood Talons, I'll just show you it, guys, without it. What I usually open up with is Rake, and then I pop my Incarnation Burst. If the Thrash procs, I use that. I use Brutal Slash, get on a Rip. Pop my Ashman's Frenzy, Tiger's Bite, or I mean Tiger's Fury, and then Ferocious Bite after I get 5 combo points, which pretty much almost hit for 1 million almost, and that wasn't even a crit. And then you just pretty much keep your standard rotation from there. You won't ever have to reapply Rip unless somehow it magically comes off, but it shouldn't. But yeah, I hope this guide helps, guys. I put so much time into Feral lately. I really enjoy Feral a lot, and this really works for me. I love it. I hope this helps most of you guys. Some of you guys, I hope. Just all I can do is hope. So, I've talked enough, and if you have any more questions, leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you, and I'll see you guys later.